The Humble Finesses on air with Abe and Dylan
Back again.
Hello.
Hola.
How's everybody doing out there?
Episode
It's 39.
39. That's right. I was testing you.
I'm sure. I was thinking about it earlier today. I was like, you know what? I want to stop actually saying the episode number. Just let them fucking flow out. You know what I mean?
I like saying the number, though.
I don't
Feels
mind.
like an accomplishment.
Yeah, it does. Doesn't matter as long as the content's there, right?
Yeah, and it hasn't been there for a while. Sorry.
Yeah, we were off for a week.
I know all, 40 million people out there subscribed and tuned in are wondering what's going on. People were beating down our doors.
Yeah.
Rioting in the streets.
Yeah.
Like, where's our sode?
Yeah, I had to run away from a mob.
Yeah. Oh, look.
That's rude.
Look what just happened. No, but,
right.
It's been a long week or two
Yeah.
for both of us.
Yeah.
And, I've just been busy. And you've had some things on your plate, huh?
Yeah, we've had some fucked up things going on.
A grizzly steak on your plate?
As of late. Last week wasn't going so well for me. Oh, you know what? I'd like to thank this guy.
I'd like to thank our sponsors.
He brought me a monster today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What a thoughtful fella.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kudos to you, sir. But last week, I don't have all my wisdom teeth taken out, so the bottom right side of my jaw swelled up, and
Sounds like a good time.
oh yeah, it was great. Hurt pretty bad. It's gotten better. I went to the doctors, got some antibiotics, and it's gone away. But it was very uncomfortable. So I had to pull out last week. We tried to get together on the weekend, but both of our schedules were pretty packed. So that
Shit
didn't work
happens,
out.
folks. Shit happens.
Yeah. You know what I mean? As always, we shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
None of this is scripted. None of this is,
Nope.
we're not
No fake
texting
news
each other's
around
the
here.
topic of the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do, but it's usually
often.
shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
This one's going to be one of those.
Yeah, I had my wisdom teeth taken out like 4 or 5 months ago. 6 months ago. Yeah.
Did they put you under?
No. It was actually a crazy experience because they would flare up like every 6 months. They would flare up and hurt like a bitch for like a week or two.
Right.
And then it would go away. So I just never went back because I didn't have insurance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thug life.
Yeah, thugging out here. So I didn't have insurance for years for dental. And then, so I finally got, that good Obamacare. You know what I mean? Had dental. So I was like, all right, I got to go get this figured out. Went in. They just they gave me the little shots to numb it.
Yeah.
That hurt more than anything.
Oh, really?
Those little shots.
Okay.
Did they give you those?
Yeah.
Those, that pinch is the worst. So anyways, they gave me that. He goes in, and then, you can't feel anything, but you can hear everything.
Right.
So I'm just hearing all this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then he, literally, a minute goes by, he pulls back. He's like, all right, you're done. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know we started yet.
Right.
So he just yanked them sons of bitches out, and they were gone. Good to go.
Damn.
On my way. Thank you, Obama.
That was a pleasant experience.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it was fantastic.
Mine's was so much worse.
Yeah.
I scheduled an appointment for all four of mine.
Yeah.
And I got through one.
Yeah.
Let's just say after that one, I was cussing the dentist out, telling him, get me the fuck out of this chair. You lied.
So you didn't get them all out at once?
I scheduled the appointment for all four. I've only gotten one taken out. Okay.
Why is that?
Well, the Novocaine, dude. He kept shooting me up.
Novocaine.
He kept shooting me up with Novocaine, and it got to the point where I still felt everything. So all I hear is him drilling a little bit. Then I hear him popping chunks of teeth out.
Did you sit on the ice cold lawn with
know
your
it.
ice blue bong?
You know it,
Yeah, all right.
of course. But
Did you go to see Z Trip or Jigga?
Z-Trip.
Okay.
Both actually. But it hurt like hell. So I called
Yeah.
it quits.
See, me, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
And the good thing is the flare up kind of went down by the time I got it out, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad. It literally just yanked him, just pulled him out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have good dental hygiene, so it's not like, you know,
I do too. What the fuck?
No. I'm not saying you don't. I just
my teeth are just falling out. He's saying.
I floss, I brush,
Yeah.
I fucking use, you know, Listerine and shit, you know, every day. But the thing about it is I don't know what it is, but my mouth is just so sensitive to pain.
Yeah.
You know, so whenever something's fucking with my mouth,
Yeah.
I gotta fucking, you know, I try and stay away from the fucking dentist office because they're crooks. They're like car salesmen. That's a different story. We'll talk about that in a second. But it just hurts like fuck.
Yeah.
So I always go to the doctors, get my antibiotics, get the swelling down,
Yeah.
whatever, and then go about my business. And then it eventually happens again, and
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
But so
Just think about how crude it was like 100 years ago. There was no Novocaine. There was none of that shit.
oh, it was Tom Hanks on.
you imagine?
What's the movie when he knocked it out on the rusty fucking
I don't remember that.
he had a hatchet. Remember?
Oh,
or
Castaway?
Castaway. Yeah.
Yeah. That's I'm just imagine like so. Just to go off that, like I snuck into this abandoned insane asylum this past week,
Nice.
or an episode of Something or Other Tour. Shameless plug. Go ahead and subscribe to that. It's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna be a romp. But you know, and while doing it, I researched like this facility,
Right.
and the history was fucking insane, which I didn't know about.
Well, it's an insane asylum.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no pun
should
intended.
be a little
for
nuts,
sure.
right?
That place first opened in like 1880 something.
Okay.
Right? 1880 something. So obviously they didn't know what the fuck back then.
Yeah. They were still doing shock therapy, thinking they were
Yeah.
curing people.
Yeah, so they had this big huge building, like it looked like a castle. It looked like if you pictured like in a horror movie what an insane asylum would look like, it looked like that, right?
Okay.
And like it collapsed in the 1906 earthquake, and it killed like 100 something people.
Oh wow.
So it was like the biggest loss of life outside of San Francisco in that earthquake.
Oh man.
Yeah, so like
That's some history, huh?
and then the funny part is like because of that, all these patients and inmates escaped. So like all across like the Bay Area, there was this manhunt for like these insane asylum patients, and like it was so fucked up because like they had all these like deputies and shit like
Right.
looking for this is in 1906, so there was farmland out there and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
wilderness out there, and they would find them and they had nowhere to take them, so they would literally like chain them to trees wherever they found them, and then come back for them later. Isn't that
Really?
fucked up? So yeah, so anyways, that happened, and then
Yeah.
like they rebuilt the place.
Sounds brutal.
Yeah, it was. They rebuilt the place, and I was like researching all the history about it. Like the fucking women would be committed for no reason. Like their husbands would just be like, "Oh, she's hysterical. Take her." And they
Yeah.
would take her. And like you would get in there, you wouldn't have any there was no system, no way to like prove your sanity. So like literally like they would be giving you all these crazy medications for the time,
Sure,
right? And
sure.
if you refused, that was because you were insane.
Okay.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like nothing you could do, you're stuck. It was like a horror movie for real. Like,
Yeah, it was almost like a witch hunt, what they used to do to the witches, right?
yeah, yeah. So like some of the like you know they considered the place like top of the line with like science, like the newest science and medical history and knowledge, whatever. But like they were doing some fucking insane shit there. Like
no
some
doubt.
awful, horrific things were happening there. And then I found out, I was talking to my mom about it.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that my great grandfather had his wife committed there.
What a savage.
Yeah. And then he remarried, you know, he got another wife, you know what I
course.
mean? While the other one was committed.
Of course.
Isn't that fucking wild?
Did he run off
though?
with the nanny or something like that?
Probably, yeah. I
What
mean,
a
I don't know.
savage.
I'd never heard of the guy until the other day when she told me this. But
Wow.
then she actually found a picture of him that another family member had, with I think with the second wife. Or
Did he look
no,
like
it might
a
have been the
fucking
first-
creep?
he looked like an asshole. Yeah, he didn't look like like a creep. I kind of think of like lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
No, he seemed like a strong jaw. So he just looked like he's like, no, you're committed. Go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was more that type. Like,
I don't want to hear another word about it.
Yeah, it was that type of guy. So like, I mean, that's just judging on his looks. But,
sure.
But anyways, some horrific shit happened there, right there in Santa Clara. A lot of people don't know about.
That's weird, man.
And but some of the medical shit they did was just fucking horrific.
Yeah, well,
So at least you're getting your wisdom tooth, situation taken care of now.
I'm actually not, though. As I said previously, I'm just going to the doctors and getting antibiotics. I told him, I said, I bit the side of my jaw and it got infected, but really I knew it was my wisdom tooth, just so he'd prescribe me some, antibiotics or whatever. But that's neither here nor there.
So he's a drug dealer and he's going to get executed, is what you're saying?
Well, he should be. On Trump's fucking great United States of America, he should be, definitely assassinated, or I don't know, what are they going to do?
Executed.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there's many ways to be executed. You could be put in
Putin, he seems to enjoy the assassinations.
Oh yeah,
that seems to be his thing.
He just puts a little cyanide in people's water though, and fucking makes them drink it.
Shit, dude.
But whatever the case is,
shit.
So
what else is going on?
Besides the dentist, my comparison to the dentist and auto salesmen's being crooks. So here's how my last week, or this week actually, started. So I'm out, enjoying some family day. We went to go get a little din-din.
Just a guy being a fella.
Yeah. Just your run-of-the-mill dude. But went to go take the family out, go get something to eat, and a sensor pops up on my car. Boom, like, shut your engine off now. Check your levels of coolant, right? So I'm like, all right.
You're fucked.
Right. Pretty much, right? So I pull over. Luckily, we're by like a Cole Weiss. So I'm like, all right, let me just go fucking check this shit out real quick.
Cole Weiss.
Yeah.
Redwood Original.
Actually, it was something else before then, though. It was like AutoZone. And then they changed.
But I mean, Cole Weiss is that company's from.
Yeah.
I played with some of them on Little League.
Nice.
Teams.
Nice.
I think again, huh? Again.
Yeah, dude. I put it on silent. I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
You totally put it on silent.
It's all right. Shit happens.
No, Cole Weiss was I knew some of the kids, and I think they were like one of our Little League teams. I might have played on the Cole Weiss team.
Nice. Back to my pointless story.
Sorry.
That this guy keeps rudely interrupting me on. I'm just going to get to my point.
Go ahead.
So this guy can quit interrupting me.
Sorry.
But because I've had a fucked week, and he won't let me get to my fucking story. So I'm just going to sit back, take a sip of my Monster.
Shout out Cole Weiss.
And make sure he's done with his interrupting.
I'm done. Go ahead.
All right. So I pull in Cole Weiss, check my levels. My reservoir is fucking empty, dry to the bone, right? So I go in Cole Weiss, get some fucking coolant, empty the fuck in my reservoir pretty much. I'm like, I should handle it. I was wrong. Get back home, no light pops up, no sensors triggered telling me that my car needs to be shut off and my engine's going to overheat or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So Monday I wake up, get ready to go to work. I go to work just for fuck's sakes. I'm like, you know what? Let me pop the trunk and check my fucking reservoir again. So I check it again. It's bare bones. It's dry. So I'm like, this isn't right. I just fucking spent $15 on coolant.
Yeah.
A big ass jug of it. Why is it empty?
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, I'm not even going to fucking trip off of it. I just drive it straight to the mechanic that I typically take my car to. He did my brakes, whatever. I take my car there. He starts looking into my car. I ask him, I just need the figures. I don't want to beat around the bush. Tell me what it's going to hit me for, right? Mm-hmm. So he calls me back shortly thereafter. He's like, you know what? I hate to do this to you, but the part for your car is $100, which is the thermostat housing. Okay. I don't know what the fuck thermostat housing is, but he does. Is $100, and the cost of it being repaired is $950. So immediately I'm like, you're going to charge me $850 for fucking labor? Like, this is ridiculous. I can just take my car to fucking Audi, right? Yeah. Whatever the case is, it gets long drawn out. I told him I'm going to shop around a little bit. Don't do anything to my car before I fucking tell you to do it or whatever. Dawns on me. I'm like, you know what? You got a warranty. I got an extended warranty that doesn't expire for 30,000 miles or 3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So I call him back. I say, hey, man, there's a warranty in my glove compartment. Do you mind looking through that and calling them to see if the thermostat housing is repairable through the warranty? Then I can just pay the deductible. It's like $100.
Yeah.
He calls me back and tells me, you don't have a warranty on this car. They can't find you in the system. I see your contract for the warranty, but you're fucked. You need to call the dealership that you bought your car from. Right. So I call the dealership. I'm being very nice, even though my day's fucked. I have to find rides for me, rides to pick up my son from work. You know, it's just a fucking shitty week. Yeah. So I call the place where I bought it, United Imports. United Imports. Don't ever fucking buy your car there. Whatever the case is. I call her. I call United Imports. Just so happens the lady that sold me my motherfucking car answers the phone. She remembers me. I tell her, I don't know why I'm not in the warranty system, but what the fuck, right? Yeah. I mean, if you've ever bought in a warranty for a car or an extended warranty, that's just like $4,000. Okay. Yeah. So long story short, even though there's no short way to say this, she doesn't know why I'm not in their system. So she goes to their billing department. They didn't send my paperwork or the fucking payment to the warranty office, dude. So now I'm riding around here, no warranty.
Wasn't that years ago?
Close to 3 years ago, actually.
Yeah.
So she calls me back. She lets me know that information. And I tell her, well, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how are you guys going to handle this? Because now it's on you, right? I call my mechanic back. Tell him, don't touch the car. The people are going to come pick it up from United Imports, tow it to Santa Clara from Redwood City, and they're going to do all the labor, right?
Yeah.
Now, I could be cool about this. This is a question to our millions of viewers and listeners out there. What would you do if you thought you had an extended warranty for 3 years? You only have a month before it actually expires, but it doesn't expire because you never fucking had it, right?
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm just like mind boggled. Let's just, like, why wouldn't they send this? Questioning what's going to happen next, not to mention I have a strut on the left front side going out a little bit. I hear it. I know what a strut sounds like when it's going out, and it's expensive. So I pretty much told them, I said, look, check this out. Being the fact that you're going to be doing the work for the thermostat housing, why don't you just do the strut too? And if anything else is wrong with my car,
do it.
Do it, right? And if you don't, I'm going to take my car after I get it back to the same mechanic where it was at so he can do a full inspection. So he can find anything on that warranty that isn't repaired by you guys. And he's going to do the work, and then you have to compensate him because I'm not taking my car back to you guys. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Sleazy ass car salesman.
Yeah.
I mean, the fucked up thing about it, the worst part about it, is when I called the lady and told her, like, what the fuck is up with my warranty?
Yeah.
The first thing this motherfucker says was, well, how many miles do you have on your car? She's thinking I went over the amount of miles, so it was 30,000 miles.
She's looking for ways out already.
Right. Already, dude. Right? So I tell her, I'm like, ma'am, I put 17,000 miles on it in the last 3 years. Like, I bought it at 42.5. It has 59,000 on it right now.
Yeah.
So she's fucking mind boggled. Like, how the fuck do you not put more miles on your car than that? Right? Yeah. But really, she was just trying to wipe her own ass so she didn't have to fucking, do anything about it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, man. United Imports. Don't do business with them. You know what I mean? I went on there. I was going to leave.
Unless you want to sponsor the show, and then.
Right. But I went. I went to check out their reviews. Right. Yeah. It's a 5-star review. They're at a 4.7. I don't know how the fuck a place that's that close to 5 stars forgets to send warranty information to their fucking department. It's insane to me. But
so what are they? They're going to do the repairs?
They're going to do all the repairs. But I'm without a car.
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey, I usually
Look at
never
that.
have my ringer on.
Look
too.
at that.
Yeah.
Well.
It's a fun time here.
It's the pot calling the kettle black, huh?
It's got those millions of people that are out there listening. They can't
All
help
right.
themselves but
All
give us a
right.
ring.
Well, yeah, that was a rant. I'm upset still.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to get handled. But now this is another question I have. All right. So since I never had the warranty, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be in my best interest to tell them, just give me my money back?
That's what I was thinking.
Do the work, right? But what you guys actually did was fraud.
Yeah.
By taking my money and not paying for the service, right? Yeah. I kind of want to be the good guy in this. You know what I'm saying? Let them do the work, take it back to my mechanic, make sure everything's cool, and just, and go on my merry way. And in May, my fake warranty that I never had expires. Yeah, cool. Yeah. But I'm really thinking man, I could drag their ass to court, dude. They could lose their license if I go to the DMV, and just tell them that these guys didn't follow through with the warranty plans. It's, I'm in a pickle.
Yeah.
No, what would you do?
Well, I would try to do what you said as far as get everything repaired right now that could be repaired, like anything possibly. Mm-hmm. And if they're willing to do that, then it's a wash. You got your warranty's worth at that point. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know what I mean? The last month of your warranty, you get everything that could be fixed, cleaned up,
right,
ready to go. I mean, because that's really what the warranty's for, anyways.
What would a dick do? Now let's.
Yeah, a dick would keep it going.
I like we've had a podcast about this before.
If they're not willing to fix everything, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like then I would be like, well, then give me, at least most of the money back.
Right.
Give me, 2 years and 8 months or whatever worth of the money back.
Right.
Because you weren't covering me and I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to go as far as to say, well, since I never had the warranty and you guys didn't send the proper information to the company, then the least you could do is add another year of warranty, but through you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's no warranty company I have to deal with. See, This is the crazy thing too. The woman said when they're going to pick my car up, she's like, well, we're going to pick your car up. How much was the diagnostic test the guy ran? Right. And I said it was around 145. She said, okay, we'll pay the 145 and that's considered your warranty. And I told her, I said, wait, my warranty, what I'm really supposed to pay for anything under the warranty is $100. So I'm being a stickler, but I want my $45 back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll pay the 145, but I need a check for $45.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, the deductible will only cost me $100.
Yeah.
Right. But just the audacity for them to say pay the 145 at all.
Yeah.
Is what really makes me want to.
Yeah. They should be going the extra mile.
Yeah.
They fucked up.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to handle it, but this is what my this is what my week looks like. This is life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just fucking steer away from buying Audis, I guess. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pay an arm and a leg fucking to some brown nosing fucking little twat and then get ass raped on a warranty. It's that's what you want to do. But
I had a funny thought about Audis the other day. Actually, I was thinking around here, I see so many Teslas and Audis driving like absolute pricks.
Yeah.
Right? Just total pricks.
Yeah.
But you never see them pulled over. But let you be black or Latino in a 15-year-old car. See how far you can get.
That's very true. That's very
fucking
true.
Ridiculous.
Step your game up then. Get yourself an Audi or don't. But whatever the case is, it's just been a fucking horrible week.
I saw a really funny thing the other day about a car situation that reminded me, since they had to tow it back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he was in Georgia. He he started restoring cars with his dad. So it was like it was their their thing.
Yeah, sure.
And
which isn't actually a bad idea if you could make some money.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't your pops used to do that?
Yeah.
It's
fucking hot in here, dude.
Yeah. So him and his dad had a dream car. It was a Cadillac. God, what was it? It was like a 58 Cadillac, something like that.
Right.
That was like their dream car. So he tracked one down, and it was in Alabama. Tracked it down.
They were in Georgia, you said?
Yeah, he was in Georgia. So he tracked it down, and he was buying it secretly as a present for his dad.
Nice.
And he was going to restore it a little bit and then give it to his dad, and then they could probably work on it more, whatever.
Nice.
Because it was non-operational, but
sure.
But he thought he could get it operational or whatever. So because of that, he he's paying a shipping service to pick up the car in Alabama, take it to Georgia. Mm-hmm. And they were supposed to, contact him when they picked it up and be like, give him updates. This is where it's at. This is where this is the ETA, all that. They didn't tell anyone. Someone just randomly texted like, oh, the car is like, they picked it up this morning at like 7 a.m. And like, they weren't supposed to because, he was working that day.
Okay.
So he was like, well, what the fuck? Like, they didn't tell me that. I might not even be home. So this guy like canceled all his plans to stay home, wait for this car.
Right.
Sitting around all day long, and at like 7 p.m. the truck rolls down the street with the Cadillac on it, and apparently the guy's just being an absolute dickhead, and he's like, it's not my fault, it's nighttime and you just got here. And
right.
It was like a 2.5 hour drive or something like that. It wasn't a lot.
It's not too far from Alabama.
It wasn't 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. basically,
Right.
So like, and the guy's giving the customer attitude as if it's his fault.
Sure.
Like he was on the road stopping them.
Right. Sure.
Sure. Obviously you were doing something else too, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So they were having all these issues, and they couldn't get it off like the truck. They didn't have the proper equipment.
Right.
And then they strapped it down wrong, so the car was like stuck. So then one of the guys tries to like push it was like a ramp trailer thing.
Yeah.
The guy's trying to push it off, but then it slipped off the whatever the fuck you call it, where the
like
tires
a flatbed.
go.
Yeah,
but it was just the rails.
The rails. Okay.
Yeah, so it went off the rails. Then the middle rail is just on the underside of the car.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Just bad news.
No
right?
damage there.
So so it's just sitting there stuck.
Right.
So then the customer is trying to be nice, and he's just letting them be. He's like, I ordered door-to-door service. That's what it is. And the guy's like, the delivery driver's yelling at him, like, if you don't get this car off, I'm taking off, like, back to Alabama, whatever. He's like,
the fuck?
Yeah, like, you can't leave with my property. Like, that's my property. I paid you for door-to-door service. You have to drop it off.
Yeah, how the fuck do you expect me to get this off the back of your truck?
Yeah. So then, like, it's late at night now, and they still haven't got it off. The customer's, like, goes back in the house for a while, comes back out, like, half an hour later. The Cadillac is on the road on its side. And this is like this small Georgia road.
Right.
I think it's like a busy road.
Sure.
So there's no sidewalk. There's like really no shoulder. It's like just a road and then some grass and then like the fence.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like halfway on the grass and the road, like almost blocking a lane of traffic.
Nice.
Literally laying it on its side.
Nice.
And the truck driver's nowhere to be found.
Of course not. He skirted off.
Yeah. So, he called the police and did a report and all that, but it was just a funny story that I saw on Reddit.
Yeah.
So, on Reddit, there's some pictures. He posted pictures of the Cadillac on its side.
That's just crazy, dude. That is just
That's what they're going to do to your Audi.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's going to be out here.
I wouldn't doubt it.
On its side.
I wouldn't put anything past these guys now, dude. I was naive in buying it. I think I said this on the last podcast. The one when we were talking about
back,
the car being fucked up, probably like episode 20-ish or something like that.
Yeah,
but I should have never fucking bought that car. It was an impulse buy. You like to do something nice for yourself once in a while.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, I do right by the car. I'm not taking it long distances. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, I haven't drove that thing to LA. It hasn't had its first Vegas trip. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty damn good to that car as far as, just, a commute to back and forth to work, which isn't far at all. I mean, in average, I've put less than 6,000 miles on it a year, you know, and I mean, I think the average is 12,000 a year for most people, you know, so it's just mind fucking me how bad these cars are these days in one minor issue fucking up, and you're paying $850 labor, not $850 for the part.
Yeah.
Labor. I don't even. I'm done with it. You know, I've made my peace with it. But I will lease forever. Just you know, for, word of advice for everyone that wants to get into a new car: lease.
Yeah.
Don't try and own some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking just gonna end up being crap, and you're gonna pay it through the nose for. You might as well just fucking lease your car. Get on a little 3-year. Every 3 year, get a new lease. Yeah. You know, it's the cheaper version. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck, man. It's just been a real headache.
Yeah. I'm looking around for getting an idea of what I want to get next. Yeah. I really want like a small SUV just for the adventures.
I would suggest Subaru.
Yeah, you do something like that.
4-wheel drive.
Yeah. I want to get something really fucking cheap, like the, what's the Kia Soul. Oh. It's like a little tiny little SUV. I just want something I can hit the road in, go film the something or other tour. Yeah. You know, something like that.
Well, as I was told by one of my buddies today, actually, the Subaru Outback newer version, the lease is like $230 a month. Oh, okay. Like it's pretty fucking cheap, you know, and you know, with the lease, all of the maintenance issues are free.
The Kia Soul is like, it starts at like 16 grand brand new.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was just like, fuck, I could get 4 of those.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You know what I mean? And let it just coordinate with my clothes. Yeah, no, I dig it. That's
one for the desert, one for the one for the forest.
Only thing is, I don't think the Kia Soul is 4-wheel drive.
I think they might have a version.
Really? Then it'd be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah. No, it starts at 16.
Okay. Yeah. Because all-wheel drive cars, you'd want to keep the, you know, if you want to take a trip up, you know, to Snowy Pass or wherever the fuck you want to go.
Yeah. I do want to go up there too. I'm mad I'm missing. Vehicle. I'm watching on social media and everything, all this snow all over the country, and I haven't seen snow once, and I'm really upset.
Yeah, you suck for that, dude.
Yeah.
You know, there's... You know,
I'm going to Tahoe next month.
You go all over the place, but you've seen snow. It's weird. So
no, I've seen snow. I just mean this winter so far.
Oh, okay. I thought you were fucking lame.
No, dude. I have something or other 2 episodes gallivanting around the snow.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Shit, where the fucking the waterfall's frozen over, right?
Fucking awesome. It was awesome.
Nice.
Did you hear what he said? That sounds awesome, right? Go check that out. Now, I mean, I've been to Tahoe a few times, you know, growing up, but we were supposed to go this year and we didn't go.
We could still make that happen. It's not.
Well, I'm going in like a month and a half. Okay. For some family shit.
Nice.
But that's gonna be a weird trip.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do a road trip actually from San Diego up, and what's it called? Do my grandmother's ashes. She wanted to be spread in Tahoe, so we're gonna do that. And
it's not too shabby.
Yeah, I want to do that cruise because I haven't done it since my grandma took me on the cruise. Like they have like the dinner cruise,
right,
out into the the lake on a little paddle boat thing.
Yeah,
it's always a good time.
Yeah,
can't go wrong with a paddle boat.
No, that sounds great. I'm planning on getting some camping in this summer and stuff like that. Taking the boy and getting a good little tent.
Yeah,
you know, going on some excursions.
Yeah, aren't you going to Mexico too?
That's in December.
Oh, that's in December.
Yeah. Oh, this is another wrench in the plan here. So as the guy's telling me that the cost of my car was going to be $950 to fix. Yeah. I had just purchased me and my younger brother's tickets to Vegas. Okay. So that was about $600, right?
Yeah.
So
when are you going to Vegas?
We're going on the 6th through the 9th of April. Next month.
Oh, I was going to say, where the fuck is my invite? But I'll be out of state anyways.
Good. We didn't want you to go anywhere. But,
cool.
No. One of my other brothers is just a stickler, and he fucking. I've done Vegas.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've done New Year's. I've done crazy, extravagant fucking palazzo suites, and
fight weekends.
Yeah, numerous. So like, I'm sitting here telling him, I'm like, dude, we could stay off the strip and save $1.
Yeah.
And when I say $1, I'm talking about a couple hundred. Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But this lousy fuck wants to stay at the Aria. All right. So I guess, I'm going to have to devote a little bit of money towards that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't
It is nice being right there.
It is, but I mean, this is the thing too. So this is going into my family a little bit, but fuck them. He tells me while I'm getting me and my brother Marcel's tickets to Vegas, he says, why don't you just get the room on your credit card, dude? And I tell him, well, your son's turning 21, bro. If my son was turning 21, I'd probably feel like I have to get the room.
You had mentioned this trip to me. Yeah.
But this lousy fuck wants me to get the room for his son's birthday.
Yeah.
I just signed on to be a body there. I didn't sign on to spend fucking $800 on the room.
You're a seat filler.
Yeah, But this dude is like, mind you, I'm going to Monterey at the end of this month for my son's birthday.
Well, look at you.
Well, I'm just living, brother.
Just a guy being a dude, huh?
Hey, I'm just living, brother.
Hey.
But the thing about it is I don't even want to fucking say what I spent on the room for Monterey, but we're not staying in Seaside. We're staying in Monterey. So I got fucked on the room. Whatever. Yeah. For my boy's birthday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to do no little party for everyone to come over and fucking have their opinions about what we could have done different and how we could have spent money differently for my son's birthday party. So I just said, fuck it. Told my girl, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
We're packing up and we're going to go. We're going to stay on the beach. Might be cold, might be rainy, but we're going to be there.
It's fucking Monterey. It's beautiful.
It's right down the street from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It's all in walking distance.
Even when Monterey is ugly, it's still beautiful,
No, for sure. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to
earth.
I'm looking forward to it even more now because I know I don't have to pay $950 fucking dollars. But for a second there, I was going to be dependent solely on her money. And I'm glad I don't have to do that. But yeah, dude, it's been a trying week.
Yeah, I'm going through the same thing, trying to save up for our I can't say where, but our out of state trip.
You already
in a
did.
Couple weeks. I didn't.
You did a couple episodes ago, but that's cool.
Did I?
Yeah, you ruined it.
Oh, fuck. Good thing nobody listens to this.
I know, right? All 5 of you, don't you spoil this shit. No, just
Well, anyways, we're going out of state, and I'm like fucking stressing.
Yeah,
trying to save up as much money as I can these last couple weeks.
Every peanut counts.
I don't want to be broke out there.
Right.
That's no fun for anyone.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
So I'm going through the same thing.
Yeah, my novice nephew thinks it'd be a good idea to go to a strip club in Vegas. I told him, fuck you. I'm not going, dude. For the amount of money we fucking spend at a strip club, dude, it's going to cost fucking double that to get into a club over there just for your birthday, dude. So it's,
dude, I want to go to Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas in a few years.
You're not missing anything, dude. Vegas is going to be there. Fucking.
I know. It's still just fun to kind of.
The whores, the gluttony, the fucking gambling, the.
Dude, because the thing is, I don't drink or anything. So it's like, I just like the spectacle. Like, it's just fun, like seeing all the buildings and the lights and all the people. It's just it refreshes me.
The nerve-wracking junkies that are on every corner.
Oh, I love it.
Panhandling. Yeah,
the cards.
Oh yeah. Oh, they stopped doing that.
Oh, really?
Dude,
they passed laws.
The thing was you would only see them in front of certain casinos. Mm-hmm. You would never see them in front of the Bellagio.
Yeah.
You would
That's true. That's true.
You would never see them in front of the Aria.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, they would pay these very low wage workers, right? Most of them probably weren't legal. Yeah. They were
illegals.
So they probably paid them pennies, which was fucked up.
Right.
And they would just give them stacks of these cards that were like ads for
Hookers.
Hookers. There was, I mean, it wasn't just that too. It was like phone sex, strip clubs, just sex industry.
I think the moneymaker was the hookers.
Probably
to come to your room and give you a little love for cheap.
Yeah, so they'd have these cards, and that literally they'd all have the same cards, but there'd be 20 of them lined up.
Yeah,
and they'd slap the cards, so all you'd hear was just like trying to hand you these cards.
Right.
Like they'd like shove in your face. Like,
pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive. They weren't just like, you know, calmly trying to give them to you.
Like, hey, sir, would you?
They
be
were
interested?
trying to shove them in your hand as if you. I mean, you could be hand in hand with your girlfriend, your wife. Hell, you could be hand in hand with your 7-year-old kid, and they would be trying to hand you these cards with hookers with the, you know, the little stars over their nipples. Yeah. So you couldn't show the, like, you know, the crotch area and shit. You know what I mean?
Have stars.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but I think they cracked down on that. A lot of the casinos are owned by different multi-billionaire fucking CEOs of businesses and stuff like that. So they're not owned by, you know, the Italian mafia. Meh.
Yeah,
but now they kind of cut down
big
on
corporations like Harrah's owns like most of Harrah's is one of like I think that's the biggest one.
What are your thoughts on that? I think they should legalize prostitutions or prostitution, right? I think they should legalize that shit.
I think they should legalize pretty much every drug, every prostitution. I'm all for all that because I think when you make something illegal, it brings out the worst, right?
Yeah, it kind of makes people want to push the limits a little bit, maybe.
Brings about violence because you can't go to the police, things like that. Right. So I mean, just make it legalized and regulate it. And I remember when I was like 13, 14, I went to Vegas with I was probably a little younger, maybe 11, 12. Mm-hmm. I went to Vegas with my grandmother who just passed recently. She loved gambling. You know, the thing is, she loved gambling. Her and her sister loved gambling, but they weren't like, they wouldn't put like their life savings on it. They just like to go have fun and play games.
Yeah. Nickel slots and shit.
Yeah. It might have been a little excessive, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Grandma, you just blew my college tuition. What the fuck?
Yeah, it wasn't that, but at the same time, maybe should have scaled it back a little.
Was your grandma a drinker? Did she like her sips of cognac?
I don't think so. Maybe a little bit, but not anything.
Typically, that comes hand in hand with someone who likes to gamble.
Yeah, no,
but those are usually
she was a smoker. She was a smoker.
Oh.
But yeah, so her and her sister like to go, you know, play games. So anyways, her and her sister has an adopted son.
Okay.
So he's my second cousin, but we're only a year apart in age. So even though like on the family tree, he's a step above, we're like almost the same age.
Right.
So me, my grandma, my great aunt, and my second cousin, we would go on trips. And like we went to the Grand Canyon, so we'd go on road trips. And we would stop in Vegas so that, you know, they could play their games.
Yeah.
So basically, me and my cousin were like 12, 13 years old.
Right.
Let loose in Vegas.
Oh.
So like we had total freedom, you know. My grandma, this was like in the mid 90s.
Free reign, though.
Nobody gave a fuck, you know. Like go ahead, have fun. And then back then, that's when they were trying to like make Vegas more family friendly. So they had like a couple theme parks and shit.
Yeah.
They had like the MGM Grand theme park.
All right.
That was like a faked little Disneyland.
Sure.
So me and my cousin had a great time just on our own in Vegas on the strip. 12, 13-year-old kids just running amok. Yep. There
Knuckles,
it is.
Bro. Let's stop that shit, bro. Don't you do that, dude.
No, so I remember we got our hands on some little sex worker pamphlets.
Nice.
And we tucked those away.
Didn't you?
To bring those home.
Yeah, use those for a little beat-off session, right?
You got to remember, this is like before the internet really was that prevalent. You know what I mean? So this was like hitting the jackpot.
Right. You couldn't just Google Black China's fucking video sucking dick. You had to fucking actually look at a picture and beat your dick.
The thing was, too, it was like, you know, to get that, to have the thing that was exciting about it was like, you could look at these pictures and be like, oh, these are real girls that I could really, if I had the money, I could really, you know what I mean? That was exciting for like a 12-year-old.
Right.
You know, be like, oh, this is attainable.
Typically, that's not actually the case. I've heard
It's not the picture.
I've heard
right?
horror stories, dude. I've heard people fucking ordering chicks
They
to
use
their
fake
room,
pictures and shit.
but
back to 12 years old, I didn't know.
they're getting a 400-pound fucking wombat.
And there's
You know
nothing
what I mean?
wrong with that.
Oh God, dude. You know what? That
Everyone's beautiful.
brings a story to mind of a buddy. Now, I'm not going to mention any names because
I think you should.
This is going to be pretty incriminating. So I had a buddy who went to Vegas.
His name was Avery.
You got me. No. He goes to Vegas with a couple of his buddies. You know, they like to party. And when I say party, they're doing cocaine and drinking booze. All right. Maybe a little bit of weed sprinkled in. But whatever the case is, so these guys
Talking pro level partying here.
Oh man, we're talking home run parties, all right? We're talking 8 balls. But whatever the case is, so these guys go out there, they get the inkling, like, you know what, let's fucking order a fucking prostitute, right? Why not? You know, we're out here fucking cheap thrilling it, right? So
We're
why
just
not?
some guys being fellas.
Yeah, let's just get some cheap hookers in here, right? So they order themselves a low level prostitute, right?
Yeah.
She shows up ready to suck and fuck. Pardon my language. I know this could be a little bit graphic if you're a kid. Turn this off right now. So whatever the case is, so one of the guys is in the bathroom, and he must be going balls to the wall because he was in there about 2 to 3 hours. One of them said, right? So my buddy,
How do you spend 2 to 3 hours with a hooker?
cocaine, my friend. It's a hell of a drug.
right, yeah.
Whatever the case is, this guy is in the bathroom with the hooker for 2 to 3 hours. My buddy's sitting there and he's like, well, fuck, man, I'm trying to get my jollies off too. You know what I'm saying? We're all splitting the bill on this thing, dude. So fuck, man, you know, right? So he's trying to, you know, work it out with her. I guess she comes out of the bathroom looking like 3 shades of shit, you know, just completely exhausted. Like, I don't know what's wrong with your buddy in there, dude, but fucking something's wrong with his dick, right? So she starts gathering her belongings to leave. Mind you, they had already paid her, right? So my buddy, he's like, wait a minute, like, you didn't fulfill your job, right? You're supposed to come over here and give us all the fucking thrill of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? The whole lot of us. I mean, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah, you got to go down the whole roster.
Yeah, you can't just
What do you think this is?
Yeah, you can't just fucking give this guy the time of his life. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's so fucked up, he can't stay hard or whatever the fuck is going on. So pretty much he's following her, right? Because he's pretty much telling her, like, you didn't handle what you needed to handle. I need that money back.
Yeah.
Right? You only handled 1 of us. The deal was for 3 of us. I need some of that money back. So he's following her through the lobby, right? Out of nowhere,
What hotel was this?
I have no idea.
I want to set the picture in my head.
That would be too incriminating. But whatever the case is, this guy fucking is walking through the main room or whatever, you know what I mean? And out of nowhere, a 300-pound black dude, about 6'7", clean clocks him. I mean, like, pretty much blacks his eye.
Yeah.
Right? So he wakes up stumbling, confused. What the fuck just happened? I remember just chasing down this hooker who stole my money. So he's screaming at the guy who's the pimp.
Yeah.
She just stole my money. She just stole my money, man. Pimp doesn't care.
Yeah, obviously.
You know what I mean? So
They're not playing in the bounds of legality.
right.
You know what I mean?
Even though it is legal in Vegas for prostitution.
Not
But
that
not
kind,
in
though.
not in the casinos.
Yeah, you have to. Don't you have to be licensed and you have to have a place or something like that?
I'm not sure how the pimping and hoeing goes.
I thought it was like, you know, the Bunny Ranch.
Right.
Like I thought you had to have a business location, like a license, all this shit. So yeah, I don't think just regular prostitution is legal. I could be wrong.
I do think it's taboo for you to have a prostitute to come up to your room.
Yeah.
But if you do it,
it's
quietly,
it's one of those wink things, like
right.
You know, everyone knows it goes on.
The total opposite of what the buddy of mine was doing.
Yeah.
He wasn't being quiet about it. He was pretty much calling her out, saying, she didn't do her job.
I'm gonna say this happened at the Trump Hotel.
It's possible, very possible. But whatever the case is, long story short, watch out who you're buying your nookie from. Be sure to cover all ends.
Yeah.
And don't let some fucking coked out dude go in the bathroom first.
Yeah.
All right? If you're going to do what you need to do. Fucking get your jollies off first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like the way he told the story was like she came out and her hair was like frazzled, and she was just, I mean, barely clothed, but she was like gathering her things so fast.
Yeah.
She's just like, dude, I don't know what's wrong with your buddy in there, but like he has a demon inside of him, dude.
Yeah.
So it just dawned on me after we're talking
Yeah.
about the prostitution in
fucking
Vegas
funny,
and
dude.
stuff like that.
It's funny to me how cavalier some people are about like prostitution.
Dude.
They don't give a fuck. Like they'll just
Yeah.
tell you, they'll just volunteer that story to you. Dude, so
Yeah.
I got a fucking
hooker, right? Yeah. It's crazy.
I was down the street at a buddy's house.
Yeah.
And there was another buddy who would come through every once in a while. It was like, you know, it's one of those houses where people show up. You know, just
sure.
And another friend who's always been sort of weird, he showed up, he's hanging out for a while.
Right.
Me and some other friends were gonna take off. We had something to do.
Right.
Get the night going, whatever. And so this dude was sort of like, he's always been kind of weird. So he was kind of like, all right, so where you guys going? Like, what's,
Yeah,
you know
what's the
going
plans?
on? Like, what's the
Yeah.
move? Whatever. And we were just like, you know, we were kind of downplaying it. Like, oh, yeah, I'll probably just go home. Like, I'll just, you know, whatever. But then this guy's like, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the massage parlor. I was like,
Cha-ching.
oh, cool. Like, and this dude, he was really into fitness. So I'm
Right.
thinking like, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, you need a massage. You work out a lot.
Yeah.
I get it. But then he just straight up says like, yeah, they do happy endings. Like, no problem. Like, blah, blah. And he's just saying it like it's just completely normal.
Yeah.
We're just looking at him like, all right.
Damn.
You go have the time of your life.
Go
my
fill
friend.
your Saturday evening like that. That's great.
I could never do that.
No.
The thing is with me, like, I don't want to have sex with anyone that doesn't want me. You know what I mean?
Right. That seems
At least now. Maybe in 20, 30 years.
Well, you're paying for the thrill of them to want you.
Yeah, but they don't really.
Well,
You know what I mean? Well, they'd probably want me.
they better. Well, they better put on the fucking act. The money's on the table. You put on the act.
I don't want that. Like, I want,
You know.
I want to be wanted. And I
You know
don't
what's-
want the fake love.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you don't want me, it's cool. We don't have to have sex.
You know what's crazy? Whenever I get a picture of prostitute and fucking, fucking, the dudes that are usually typically the ones who buy their services, I always think Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, she seemed decent,
Yeah.
right? You know, besides the blonde wig in the beginning and the fucking
Yeah.
boots on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's not usually the reality.
Yeah, dude, you're usually getting some twacked out fucking,
But that depends though. Because you have to spend a lot. But if you spend a lot, there's some high class, you know what I mean, escorts out there.
those are escorts.
But you don't even know.
Do you see how the verbiage changed though? They're not hookers. They're not prostitutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's
they're
the same thing, really.
Well, hey man.
But
You
the
know
thing
what I
is-
mean?
But they're so good, you wouldn't even know.
You
know, you
how
wouldn't
would you
know.
not know, dude? It's like a 500-pound dude with like a model. Those are escorts.
No, that I'm saying if you just saw her.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay,
you might
okay.
think like, oh, is she in real estate? Like, what is
Right.
she? You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know,
I used to have this thing when I would go to Vegas too. I used to always when I would first start break the ice in like, being a chatty Cathy with, some chick or whatever. I would ask in a very nonchalant way, "You're not working, are you?"
yeah,
Always.
yeah.
Because I don't want to get duped into thinking that this is we actually have some kind of attraction and you're working. You know what I mean? I don't want to get back to the room to go have, maybe a smoke session
And she pulls out a menu. Like,
right.
all right, here.
And she's like, anal's 250. Sloppy head is another 300. Like,
Remember, shout out the kid Casey. Remember he had a funny story about this when we did the old Vert Life blog.
oh, he was he
had a funny
I hate
story
to,
about
I hate
that.
to throw you under the bus, bro, but you were a fucking diehard Asian parlor massage therapist.
He was
lover.
a wild child.
You were a beast. I respect you.
He was
for
a
it.
wild dude. I remember me and him were on a tear at X Fest,
Oh yeah,
and everyone else went to bed, and me and Casey were still walking around.
yeah.
She was cut because I don't sleep at night.
You guys are whooping for love, right?
Yeah,
Trying in all the wrong places.
Oh man, that's a good story.
Yeah.
I can't tell that now, but
Yeah.
there's a funny X Fest story, but I'd have to find out how to word it so I don't incriminate.
Yeah, we don't want to do that on this podcast.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. And it wasn't not even incriminate either of us or the boys.
Right.
Incriminate one of the one of the females I ran into.
Ooh.
Sorry, we're not supposed to say females anymore. I forgot.
Women. Sure.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
story. But
No.
yeah, there's definitely. You know, it was funny when I used to work at Bevmo. I would see it.
Okay.
I would see the hooker come in with the guy with the John.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
John,
yeah.
right?
It's a John, yeah.
So
You know who you guys know you're out there, goddamn it.
yeah, so they would show up, and it was just so fucking funny because it like she would be so far out of his league,
Yeah.
right? And I'm just looking, and he like the guy would be so like a giggly little girl, right?
Yeah.
So the funny one was it doesn't matter what store it was at. But anyways,
Right.
there was a guy who would come in all the time. He was a regular, right? And he would just come in and just be like, how you doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
Just every time, no excitement, no nothing.
Sure.
Then one time he came in with some hot young thing.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden he's giggling, he's laughing like
Yeah.
a little girl, and
Yeah.
he's like hugged up on her and
Right.
shit
He knew
like
what the
that.
night. He knew what the night was going to bring.
Yeah,
You
and
know
I
what
was just like, oh, you creep.
Well, I mean, I don't think
I don't
foul on
judge.
that.
I don't judge either. It's just there's no shame in it.
Dude, I've heard married men. All right, I've had conversations with certain people, but I've heard a married man say the only way to keep a marriage successful, and this is, I swear on everything I love. These are not my viewpoints. These are not my viewpoints.
Everyone get ready.
These are not my viewpoints. He said the
Everyone
only
put
way
your vests and helmets on.
to
It's
keep
getting
a
wild.
marriage as happy and fulfilling for both parties is if the man cheats. But he also told me, he said, you can't just cheat with randoms. You have to pay.
So that it doesn't come back.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not paying for the companionship. You're paying for a non-verbal verbal agreement.
Yeah.
So that none of this is coming to the light.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I hear about stories of Trump and other successful whatevers, you know what I mean, having sex and getting caught, I'm like, what'd you pay the chick? $200, dude? Like, if that's what you did and you're getting caught for this.
Nah, Trump was having them sign NDAs.
Oh, non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah, that's why the whole Stormy Daniels controversy is
Yeah.
crazy because, like, I guess he broke the NDA, so now she can talk, so she's doing an
Oh.
interview now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he, like, basically he didn't sign it or some dumb shit.
Oh, wow.
So now she's out of it, so
Well,
she's
your-
doing a 60 Minutes
Your
interview
first
in a couple
mistake
days.
was hiring Stormy Daniels. She's not a prolific porno star. I mean, I could name a few that
Look,
could
this
trump
is
her.
the thing, though. Like, as far as the guys I would see at Bevmo, like,
Right.
if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. I
Yeah.
get it. I'm a
Yeah.
man. I'm a man. I get it.
I respect it on both ways, though.
I understand
You know what I'm saying?
I understand our urges, so I get it.
Right.
Right. Even though I wouldn't partake, at least now, maybe when I'm a dirty old man, I will. But
Oh,
like,
dude, if I'm 70 and I'm not married, dude, I'm paying.
yeah, exactly.
Cheers.
So, and it's 2 at a time every time.
Fucking dumb, dude.
No, so I get that on that level, but I'm saying there's got to be a little bit of shame. Like, just walking around Bevmo giggling, like, come on, we know what's going on. We're not stupid. At least kind of give us the look, like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Shrug
your shoulders a little bit. Like,
Give us the
well,
Will Ferrell.
yeah,
You
either
know what I
own it
mean?
like that,
Right.
or at least just shrug your shoulders. Like, I mean, got to do what I got to do. And I'll
Yeah.
be like, I feel you. Handle that.
Yeah.
But the total non-acknowledgement
Yeah.
that we know what's going on.
Right.
It's like, do you think you're giggling and fucking touching her shoulder is
Right.
convincing me that she's in love with you?
Right.
Because it's not.
This is your new girlfriend. You
Yeah.
just happen to get her. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just have a little bit of either have a little bit of shame or, like you said, the Will Ferrell, just totally own it.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm paying for this. I'm going to fucking smash this.
Right.
shit.
I respect it, though. I respect it both ways. You know, the woman is out there. You know, I would respect it a little bit more if they didn't have pimps. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand the pimp is supposed to keep them safe.
Yeah.
You know, make sure the money's
But in
secure.
2018, it's a little.
But the thing,
That seems like a profession.
it's
that
a safety
isn't really-
thing, though, dude.
Yeah, but
You know?
but nowadays it doesn't seem. I don't know. I guess
If my buddy was a fucking maniac, you know what I mean, and he fucking started chasing her down, trying to assault her,
Yeah.
right? It's better that she had that pimp come and just knock him the fuck out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I respect it both ways. They're out trying to make a living.
yeah,
they're earning. You know what I mean? You can't hate on somebody earning, right? So like, I respect the John and I respect the hoe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The John's just trying to get his jollies off. He's out cheap thrilling it, man. Yeah. You know, so I respect he can't pull that 8 or 9. So he's going to go pay for it. As long as you're paying for it, what are you going to do, dude? You're going to order a plate of raviolis. You're going to run out. You're going to what is it? Eat and dash. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna dine and dash. You're gonna fuck her and get out and run out of there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, man.
That's one thing we got to spend a podcast talking about that. Just that we've touched on it before, but really dive into like how the male mind works. Because like how you said with the husband said you have to cheat. The thing is, our brain, just to keep it simple, like our brain, we like variety, and there's no way to turn that off. So it's like how we said before, like, you think I'm gonna go my whole life without a blowjob? Like, we like a little bit of variety. So like, say you marry one like nationality, right?
Right.
And you love her, but then there's another nationality you're also attracted to, and you're like, fuck, am I gonna go my whole life and not get that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I wanna
right.
Like, that's sexy to me, right?
Right. And if that opportunity passes, then hell, maybe you go pay for it.
Yeah, and that's just, that's a very simplified example.
Right.
But that is sort of a lot of the times how a male brain works, where we like variety. Like, Eddie Murphy had the classic joke, like, if you're starving and someone throws you a cracker, you're gonna be like, oh, this is the best cracker I ever had in my life.
Right.
It's like, but then you have crackers every day. And you wake up one day, like, these are just some regular old crackers. And that goes back, we talked about that before. Like, you have to spice up your relationship. You know what I mean? Try to do new things, go new places. Get a new haircut every once in a while. Change things up, right? Yeah.
Moral of the story is, too, if you're a man and you're out there and you're fucking going to trick your balls and cheat, at least... if you need an NDA, if you're that high profile of a guy, you need an NDA.
Yeah.
At least sign it. Make sure they sign it. You know what I'm saying? But if not, it'd probably be in your best interest to not just cheat with some regular that doesn't have anything to lose.
That's a little. I want to ask women now. I wish we had a female correspondent we could call, or a woman correspondent. Sorry, don't flame me on Twitter.
Yeah.
I wish we had one to ask. I wonder what women would think if there was a consensus of like, would you rather, if you were married, you had a husband, and if he cheated, would you rather he cheated with like someone he knew, a coworker or whatever,
right?
Or just got a hooker,
right?
Because I would think the hooker would be a little better because it's like, well, at least she's not part of the picture,
right?
But then there's the fact that you just think of a hooker as just dirty and disgusting,
sure. That's
so it's like, case, it could go either way, right?
Right.
I want to know.
But I mean, if you're going to cheat with a coworker, the 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a prolonged cheating. It's more than just, You're not just going to pay for it that one good stunt.
Yeah. And then, there could be the extra hurt as far as like, she met her. Be like, I saw you at the Christmas party.
Right.
I met you.
Right.
We shook hands.
She waved at me every night when I came and picked you up.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess there's too many variables to really know. But I still would like to quiz, some of our women listeners.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's funny stuff.
So it's weird. We can maybe, work that out. Maybe we can get someone to correspond on that. Maybe we can, I can reach out.
We need some people in the field.
Yeah. Maybe we can reach out and see, what where their mindset is. Yeah. But, we're going to have to wrap this up. It's been great chatting with you guys. Okay. Been great.
Go get your hookers.
Go get your hookers. Don't buy Audis. What else did we touch on?
United Imports.
United Imports. Don't shop there. Anything else?
I don't remember what we talked about. Yeah. We didn't talk about sports.
Yeah, we kind of skipped past the whole section. We had a little brainstorm, and we completely just went off the rails when we started talking about.
That's fine. Hookers. Hookers are fun for everyone. Though.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But go to Vegas if you haven't.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone the 3 people that listen to this have gone to Vegas.
Yeah, sure.
So who am I telling?
Right.
Whatever.
But yeah, so
right, we got some stuff coming up, some trips coming up, something or other tour. Check that out.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch us on YouTube.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe. Facebook, like, subscribe. Twitter, your handle is?
I don't remember. Oh, at Dylan Sesko.
At Dylan Sesko. Instagram.
At Dylan Sesko. Everything Dylan Sesko
Okay.
and Humble Finessers.
And Humble Finessers. You guys be ready. We're going to probably be back really soon. Enjoy out there.
Yeah,
All right?
you guys have a great fucking weekend because we're
Right.
late this week.
Right.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Fucks. All right? You guys are great, though. I love you guys.
The
Cheers, big ears.
Humble
Love you guys so much.
Finessers on air with Abe and Dylan Sesko.
Wonderful.